Hello students, in this video I will explain the acidic nature of alcohols and physical properties of alcohols. So let us see the first one, acidic nature of alcohols. Alcohols can be written as ROH, alcohol. Okay, it can react with the sodium metal Na to give salt, that is a RO minus Na plus, correct? And in this case, it cannot form the water molecule. Instead, it liberates hydrogen gas. To balance the equation, I need to have the mole of hydrogen gas. Now here we get sodium salt of the alcohol called as the sodium alkoxide. This is a sodium alkoxide. This is a sodium alkoxide. Correct? Now since alcohol can form the sodium salt, alcohol should be acidic in nature. Now here I have written the sodium metal. Sodium metal is a stronger base compared to sodium hydroxide. What about the sodium hydrox reaction? Alcohol, does it react to the sodium hydroxide? No, it cannot react. There is no product here because alcohol is a weaker acid compared to the phenol. Phenol reacts with both. Let me write the reaction with the phenol. Suppose I take phenol. Phenol can react to the both sodium hydroxide and sodium metal, and they give rise to the sodium salt, sodium phenoxide in both the cases. Okay, and the side products are, for the first case, water molecule, second case, half mole of the hydrogen gas. Right? Phenol can react to the both sodium hydrox as well as the sodium metal, but alcohol can react to the only one, that is a sodium metal, which means this reaction also indicates that phenol is a stronger acid. Phenol is a stronger acid. Phenol is a stronger acid compared to alcohol. Compared to alcohol. Compared to the alcohol. Right? Now here we have got a sodium metal. It can also react to the potassium metal. It can also react to the aluminium. Okay, aluminium. Aluminium is a reactive metal. It's a reactive metal. Just like a sodium metal and potassium metal, aluminium can also react with the alcohol to give the aluminium salt. Remember, aluminium can form the charge +3. So how to write down the reaction with the aluminium? Let me take one specific example given in the textbook. Tertiary butyl alcohol, OH group, is attached to tertiary carbon atom. What is a tertiary carbon atom? The given carbon atom is attached to the 3 more carbon atom. So this is a tertiary. Altogether 4 carbon atom, tertiary butyl alcohol, and the remaining valencies are satisfied by the hydrogen atoms. Reacts with the aluminium, okay, to give CH3. See, altogether 3 CH3s on the same carbon atom, tertiary carbon, it forms O minus and aluminium. Aluminium salt of the alkoxide, tertiary butoxide. So oxide -1 charge, aluminium 3. So you have to, okay, make this alkoxide 3, interchange the valencies, right? And liberates hydrogen gas, H2 gas. Clear? Right? Now, how many alkoxide groups are there? 3. I can multiply by 3. 3 alkoxides are there. How many hydrogen atoms are there here? This removed one. 3 hydrogen atoms are removed. So it H2. So I'll make a 3 by 2. I should make a 3 by 2. Or entire equation can be multiplied by 2, so that 3 into 2 I'll get instead of 3 6 I can write, multiply by 2, multiply by 2. Okay, so I'll get rid of this fraction, I'll get a 3. Okay, it can also be like this. Yeah, so all these reactions of alcohol suggest that alcohol is acidic in nature. Okay, now what is the main reason for acidic nature of alcohol? Acids are those compounds which should produce H plus ions in the solution. Okay, on its own or there should be some other substance to abstract that acidic hydrogen. Okay, now let us see why they are acidic in nature. Alcohol is ROH. Okay, compare electronegativity difference between oxygen and hydrogen here. Hydrogen is electropositive, oxygen is electronegative, because oxygen can, okay, they pull the electron pair toward itself. As a result, this will become polar in nature. Polar. So OH bond is polar. OH bond is polar. Remember, OH bond is polar. As a result, if there is a base, it can easily take up this H plus ion and can form the salt. Okay, salt of that particular base. Now, generally, R groups are in alcohols we study. It is aliphatic groups. Correct? It is aliphatic groups. Like we have got CH3OH, then CH3, CH2OH. Like these are methyl alcohol and ethyl alcohol, right? Correct. Now these are electron donating groups, correct? All these are electron donating groups. Alkyl groups are electron donating groups. So what will happen whenever electron donating groups are there, like okay, R group, what will happen now? It will donate electron density to the oxygen. Donate electron density to the oxygen. Oxygen in turn donate electron density to the OH bond. As a result, okay, what will happen? Polarity decreases. So electron donating groups decreases. Decreases. The polarity of decreases. Polarity of OH bond decreases. Polarity of OH bond. So if there are more number of alkyl groups here, so polarity goes on decreases. Therefore, acidic nature also decreases. Acidic nature also decreases. Acidic nature decreases. Clear? Now, you know that there are three types of alcohols. Primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, tertiary alcohol. What do you mean by primary alcohol? Primary alcohol is one where OH is attached to the primary carbon atom. Primary carbon atom is one which attached the one more carbon atom directly. Let me write in terms of R. Satisfy the remaining valence is CH2. What is the secondary alcohol? Secondary alcohol means OH is attached to the secondary carbon atom. Secondary carbon atom means this carbon should be attached to two more R groups. Okay, carbon directly. And other one is the hydrogen atom. Secondary. Tertiary alcohol is one where the carbon atom is attached to the tertiary group, that is the three R groups. Okay, three R groups. Direct attached three carbon atoms. So we have got primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, and the tertiary alcohol. You know that R groups are generally aliphatic group. How many alkyl groups are there? One. How many alkyl groups are there here? Two. How many alkyl groups are there? Three. There are three alkyl groups. As the number of alkyl group increases, more and more electrons are donated to the OH bond. As a result, polarity of OH goes on decreases, acidic nature also decreases. Or lesser the number of alkyl group, stronger is the acid, which means primary alcohol stronger acid compared to secondary alcohol compared to tertiary alcohol. This is the order, okay, between the primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohol with respect to the acidic nature. Clear? So alcohols also acidic in nature. Phenols also acidic in nature, but phenols are more acidic compared to the alcohol. We'll see how it is. Now, alcohol reacts with the sodium metal, gives sodium alkoxide. Phenols also react with the sodium metal to give sodium phenoxide. So, sodium part Na plus and phenoxide. Let me write alkoxide as methyl alkoxide. Methyl alkoxide. Okay. Sodium methoxide. This is the sodium phenoxide. Sodium phenoxide. Sodium phenoxide. This is a sodium methoxide. Sodium methoxide. Now, once they form the salt, it should be stable. Then only they become more stable. Okay. Then only they are become more acidic in nature. Right. Now, what will happen in the case of phenox ion? O minus negative charge can undergo resonance stabilization with the benzene ring. Clear? So here negative charge is a delocalized. Negative charge is a delocalized. Is a delocalized. Delocalized. That is nothing but the resonance stabilized. It is a resonance stabilized. Resonance stabilized. Resonance stabilized. In case of alkoxide or methoxide, you see, there is no benzene ring. There is no other groups where you can stabilize this negative charge, which means negative charge is localized. Negative charge is localized. Is localized on oxygen. There is no resonance. There is no resonance. Therefore, compare the stability. If it is undergoing resonance, it is more stable. So it is more stable. It is more stable. Phenoxide is more stable compared to alkoxide. Alkoxide, I can't say unstable, but it is less stable. Okay, it is less stable. If it is more stable, as the stability of the phenoxide ion goes on increases, that become more acidic. Therefore, phenols are more acidic. Phenol is more acidic. Phenol is more acidic compared to alcohol than alcohol. What is the reason? In case of phenol, phenoxide ion is resonance stabilized. In case of alkoxide, alkoxides are not resonance stabilized. Therefore, phenols are more acidic than alcohols. Clear? So this is the reason. Now we'll move on to the water. Water can also react to the sodium metal and gives sodium hydroxide, correct? Clear? Let me take water molecule. You know that water molecule is a H2O molecule, correct? I can write HOH, correct? When I say HOH, this also polar in nature. You know that water is polar in nature. I can write a delta plus and 2 delta minus, correct? So there is a polarity. Polar nature is there. Polar nature is there. Whenever there is a polarity, okay, between O and H plus can be easily lost. For example, let me take water and sodium metal. Okay, sodium metal makes water to undergo reaction to give hydrogen gas. Okay, and it forms OH. OH is minus remaining. It forms sodium hydroxide. Correct? Sodium hydroxide. H plus is half the mole. Correct? Which means water is also acidic in nature. Water is also acidic in nature. Now, which is more acidic? Is it alcohol or it is water? Now, let me take HOH and say methyl alcohol CH3OH. OH is polar. Here also OH is polar. Polar. Now, hydrogen is attached here, CH3 is attached. What is the nature of CH3? Electron donating group. Whenever electron donating group is there, polarity decreases. Polarity decreases. When the polarity decreases of the OH bond, acidic nature also decreases. Acidic nature decreases. Acidic nature decreases. So which is more acidic now? Which is more acidic? Water is more acidic. Water is more acidic. Water is more acidic compared to the alcohol. Okay, right? Now, I want to write down all the three compounds: phenol, alcohol, water. Among the three, which is a stronger acid? Phenol is a stronger acid compared to alcohol and water, more acidic, right? Then comes water and the methyl alcohol, or in general ROH. Between the two, okay, in which case polarity is more. In case of water, polarity is more. So water is a more acidic compared to the alcohol. Let me write ROH. Okay, so R here it is what? R equal to here aliphatic group. It cannot be benzene. If R is benzene, it becomes phenol. So this is the acidic nature of alcohols, phenols and water. Clear? Now we'll go for the physical properties of alcohols. The physical properties of alcohols. Under physical properties, we are going to study under physical properties of alcohols. We have to study two physical properties. First one is about the solubility. First one you have to study about the solubility. Okay, first one is the solubility, and the second one you have to study about the boiling points. About the boiling points. Okay, about the boiling points. Clear? So let us move on to the first one, solubility. How do you check the solubility generally? Solubility generally checked with respect to water molecule. Correct? Solubility in water. Solubility is checked in water molecule. Solubility in H2O. Solubility in H2O. Okay? Right? Alcohols are formula ROH. Alcohols have got formula ROH. Right? Now, when you put into water, what will happen? Hydrogen of alcohol can attract oxygen of the water molecule. Hydrogen, oxygen. Oxygen more electronegative. There is a polarity delta minus, delta plus, delta minus, delta plus, and delta plus. Correct? Similarly, oxygen of the alcohol can attract the hydrogen of the water molecule. Hence, between the two molecules, there is a intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Because of this intermolecular hydrogen bonding, between two alcohol molecule, water comes and alcohols go away from each other. Okay. Therefore, alcohols are soluble in water. Therefore, alcohols are soluble. Okay. Alcohols are soluble in water. What is the reason? Due to intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Due to intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Clear? Right? Now, what will happen when the size of the alcohol goes on increases? When the size of R group, when the size of R group goes on increases, what will happen? Water molecule cannot come closer to the OH group. Remember, when the size of the R group increases, when the bulkiness increases, water molecule cannot come closer to the OH group. There will be a repulsion taking place because alkyl group R group is hydrophobic in nature, repellent. Okay, as the size of R group increases, solubility decreases. Solubility decreases. Solubility decreases because R groups R is hydrophobic in nature. Hydrophobic. Hydrophobic. Phobia means fear. Hydra means water. Okay. So they will go away from each other. Okay. Hydrophobic. Repellent it is. Hydrophobic in nature. Right. Yeah. This is about the solubility. Next physical property is we have got boiling point. Next one is the boiling point. Now boiling point must be compared with the other types of the compound like hydrocarbons and ethers. Okay. Now if I take pure alcohol, between the pure alcohol also there exists hydrogen bonding. Okay. If I take pure alcohol also, hydrogen of one molecule attract the oxygen of the neighboring molecule. Hydrogen of the one molecule will attract the oxygen of the neighboring alcohol molecule. So between the two molecules, there is also intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Okay, hydrogen bonding. Now we have to compare with the hydrocarbons and ethers. Let me write only hydrocarbons here. Okay. In case of hydrocarbon, between the two hydrocarbons, let me take simplest example to explain CH3 and CH3. This is ethane. Let me take one more ethane, CH3 and CH3. There is no more electronegative element and electropositive. There is nothing like OH bond, nothing like NH bond, nothing like HF bond, correct? Whenever these kinds of bonds are there in the molecule, the compound can have the intermolecular hydrogen bonding. In the case of hydrocarbon, there is no intermolecular hydrogen bonding. There can exist always the weakest force of attraction between the molecule. That is, van der Waals force of attraction exists, which is weaker compared to intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So therefore, boiling point of alcohols are larger. Boiling point of alcohols are higher, okay, than the hydrocarbon, the hydrocarbons. Then the hydrocarbons carbons and their molar mass should be comparable. Okay, their molar mass should be comparable. Then only we can tell that boiling point is higher compared to that of the hydrocarbon. What is the main reason? Reason is that intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Right? Now we'll go for only with respect to the alcohol. I'll go on increase the length of the R groups. What will happen to the boiling point? Suppose I have got methyl alcohol. What is the formula methyl alcohol? Methyl alcohol is a CH3OH. This is a methyl alcohol, right? This is the methyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol is a CH3CH2OH. Propyl alcohol is a CH3CH2CH2OH. Correct? Yeah. Number of carbon atom increases. Number of carbon atom increases. Carbon atoms increases. Yeah, as the carbon number atom increases, what will happen? Molar mass also increases. Molecular mass increases. When the molecular mass increases, what will happen? Van der Waals force of attraction also increases. Van der Waals force of attraction also increases. When the Van der Waals force of attraction also increases, what will happen? The boiling point also increases. If I compare different types of the molecules having different molar masses, as the molecular mass increases, remember van der Waals force of attraction also increases and boiling point also increases, right? So now we'll write the order here. Methyl alcohol has lesser boiling point compared to ethyl alcohol compared to the propyl alcohol. Now let me go for isomers. Let me go for isomers. Let me go for isomers. Let me take a butyl alcohol. Okay, isomers of butyl alcohol. How many carbon atoms are in butyl alcohol? Can you tell me? There are altogether 4 carbon atoms in butyl alcohol. I'll write two types of alcohols. One is a linear chain CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2OH. Correct? This is a normal chain N-butyl alcohol. N-butyl alcohol. N-butyl alcohol. Okay? Now let me go for branched one. Carbon in the center, then second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, and OH is attached. Remaining valency is by hydrogen, correct? CH3. This is known as the tertiary butyl alcohol. Tertiary butyl alcohol. This is the linear chain. There are many N-butyl molecule. So second molecule is there, third molecule is there in the compound. Here, almost spherical in nature. Linear chain become almost spherical. Branching increases mean almost spherical in nature. Okay. Now, between the two chains, linear chain, more of interactions are there throughout the chain, correct? Throughout the chain, interactions are there. Van der Waals force of attraction is more. Van der Waals force attraction is more here. Here, now they are in contact at only this region, correct? Only at this region. Therefore, van der Waals force of attractions are decreases. They decreases. Remember, surface area is more here. Surface area is more. When surface area is more, when the surface area is more, van der Waals force attraction is more throughout the chain. Okay, lengthy chain. Here, as branching increases, what will happen? As branching increases, surface area decreases. Surface area decreases. When the surface area decreases, there are less amounts of intermolecular, that is a van der Waals force of attractions. So more the interaction, more the boiling point. So in this case, the boiling point is more, and as interaction decreases, boiling point decreases. So this is comparing only with the isomers. I'm telling isomers. Okay, we can compare with the isomers here, right? So what is the conclusion? Conclusion is among isomers, if there are isomers of the same compound, among isomers, as the branching increases, branching of the chain, okay, linear chain, branching of the chain, as branching increases, what will happen? Branch increases. Van der Waals force of attraction, decreases, or surface area decreases. When the surface area decreases or van der Waals force of attraction decreases, what will happen? Boiling point decreases. Remember, boiling point decreases. Longer chain, linear chains have got more boiling point, branched ones have got lower boiling point. Also, for different compounds, molecular mass goes on increases, boiling point goes on increases. Molar mass is same, as branching increases, boiling point goes on decreases. Right? Clear? Yeah. Now what we'll do, I'll take one example. Write the boiling point order, that is increasing order, write down for boiling points. Compounds given are pentanol, butanol, ethanol, propanol, 1-propanol, methanol. Okay, increasing order. That means the lower boiling point should come first. See here, 5 carbon atoms, 4 carbon atoms, 2 carbon atoms, 3 carbon atom, 1 carbon atom. Different molecules having different molar masses. They are not isomers. We don't have isomers here. So different compounds are there. As molecular mass increases, boiling point also increases. What is the smallest molecule? Minimum number carbon atom? Carbon atom 1. 2 carbon atoms are there. 3 carbon atoms are there. 4 carbon atoms are there. 5 carbon atoms. So methanol as the least boiling point. Methanol, small molecule, least boiling point. Then comes with the 2 carbon atom, ethanol. Then comes propanol, propan 1 all. Then comes butan 1 all. And finally there comes pentan 1 all. So this is the increasing order of the boiling point. Methyl alcohol, methanol the lowest boiling point, smallest molecule, pentanol having 5 carbon atom. As the number of carbon atom increases, boiling point goes on increases. Correct? Yeah. That's all for today's video. In the next video, I will take up ethers topic. Okay? Yeah. Keep on practicing organic reactions. You know that organic chemistry is very volatile subject. Please keep on practicing. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.